well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get 1 more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This defense doing a great job bringing pressure, multiple looks, different guys, back-to-back plays, now bringing up a 3rd and long. Pressure on the quarterback is coming.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry up. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He makes the connection.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the first down marker. The Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block, and the returner is stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll test the right side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. The run to the left. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now on second down. They feed him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The Knights in the hurry up.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding onto the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
He's going to pass on second down. Snagged on the outside, it's Vaughn. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little time. Fires downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Snagged in the middle, it's Vaughn. Finds a crease at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UCF!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so